Hello, welcome back. Oh my god, I can't believe they deliberated so quickly. That's so crazy. Give me a second while I get the chat up really quick. But y'all already know the verdict. I'm just here to watch it because I haven't seen it yet. We'll do a quick little watch slash react. It's only like, I don't know, like 15 minutes long, I think. I'm just gonna pop out the chat really quick. Go live. And pop out. Damn, that's crazy. That's so wild. And let me do a quick little Discord thing. I know. Hi, Cora Jean. How are you doing today? What the heck? That was quick. Maybe them not taking notes. Maybe that's why I made it even quicker. I thought they were gonna have to go back and like relook at testimony and stuff just to be sure. You know, even though we all knew, most of us knew. Guilty. I can't believe they decided so quickly. Oh man, give me a second. Let me I just put out the Discord message. That is so wild. Is that like I bet you like the defense, they're like their heart was beating. They knew what was coming. Oh man. Like let's just look at everyone's facial reaction here. We got Alec over there. We got Buster over here. I wonder if they scan the room to show everyone else's reaction. It's so wild. I need to know why the court can show the jury. Did they end up showing the jury afterwards? I don't think they do. I don't think they showed the jury until like they'll reveal the names like later because it becomes public information. Really? They filmed the jury? Where? As they were leaving the courthouse? Excuse me. Can you stop? Can I have that toy, please? I don't know why these guys are here. Every time I start streaming, they always make all these noise. Yeah, I'm taking this toy. Thank you. I'll get back to you 20 minutes. He's like, but why? But why? I'm just providing you with background music. Okay. Following AM out of the courtroom. Okay, well, let's see. Oh, nope, drop it. This guy. All right, guys. They did show them as they were showing him being led out to jail in cuffs. Do you guys know when the sentencing period is going to be? Let's see. Alex Murdaugh. When are they going to sentence him? I mean, it's life, but I think there's like a formal way they're like, down. No. Trying to steal the bone. Man, that is so crazy. Well, I mean, I've looked at, oh my god, these guys, they're not even paying attention to me. I told him not to grab the bone. He just took the bone and he just ran off. Tomorrow at 9:30. Oh man. Jeez. Okay, well, I can't believe that was so fast. Did y'all catch it live? Who here caught it live? What in chat if you caught it live? I got some messages while I was out. I was like doing some, oh wait, I'm still connected. Yeah, I got some messages while I was out. I was doing some yard work. We had to go look at gravel. There's this place that was offering free gravel, so we went all the way out there, got stuck in traffic, and yeah, there's no way I was able to. They were hung on guilty. Oh gosh. Yeah, so I want to see his reaction. So if you guys missed it or if you want to rewatch it again, let's watch it because I have not seen it, but I've heard from my messages people are saying that he's got the G word. Hallelujah, guilty. Y'all caught it live. Buster cried. I mean, Buster at this point has no one. Buster's got his girlfriend. Buster's got his uncles, at least his aunt. I don't know if Buster is cool with Maggie's side of the family, but he's got some family members. So for the most part, his immediate family, either annihilated or in jail. So it's tough for him. I don't know. And then I don't know what Buster's gonna do. But you know what? You don't need money to start up your life, okay? He can start over. He's still, what is Buster, like 26 years old or something? He's still young. Your jaw was on the floor, even though I thought they would come back in 2 hours. I didn't think so. I thought it was going to take a couple days. I wonder if, wait, quick question. How long do they even deliberate for? How long do they deliberate for? For like 2 hours or 3 hours, you think? When did I end my stream? I think I ended my stream at like, what, 2:30? Yeah, I don't know. How long did they even deliberate for? Jesus, it's crazy. Damn. What happened? We're about to watch the reaction. They got, we're gonna get the reaction. Want to go to Red Lobster? Are you asking me? Who are you asking? You don't give a shit about Buster. He has a life to live. What if he chooses? They delivered for 2 hours and 50 minutes. Oh my God, that's crazy. Drew's life is now nothing but prison cell to courtroom for the rest of his life. Hopefully a long life. It was under 2.5 hours. They went at 3:50. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. I thought they were gonna go in and they were gonna like chat for about like an hour and be like, oh guys, it's 5:30. Let's GTFO. Let's get out of here. I thought they were just gonna go, you know? Oh yeah. No, thank you. You're the best, Corgi said. Why, thank you. Why, thank you. All right, y'all. Well, this is going to be a really short stream. So, you know, I just want to see his reaction. Let's see. Let's go. Let's see how it is. Hold on. I want to see how the Law and Crime reported it, too. Oh, my God. What was the heads up? Damn, Alec coming back in. Dude, he knows. Look at his face. He knows. Harpootlian knows. Look at Pootie's face right there. Oh, man. They all know what was up.
Or at least a couple of weeks. That I didn't think this would be a not guilty, a unanimous not guilty. I'm not saying it's not possible, but I thought it would either be guilty or hung jury. We have a verdict. So I could be dead wrong.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. That is so crazy.
Be seated.
Okay, fine. You know what? It's not crazy. We all knew guilty. Or not most of us, but some of us thought it was hung jury. Some of us thought it was not guilty. Most of us knew this mother effer was guilty as heck, okay? There's too much pointing him in it. All the lies and stuff was just looking so bad for him. Good Lord.
I understand that there is a verdict. You may bring the jury.
Oh man, look at his face. He effing knows. He knows. Oh my God. Where are the brothers? I don't know. The brothers, I don't know. I haven't seen Brother Randy in a little bit. I haven't seen him for the past couple of days. Have you guys seen Randy? I saw John Marvin today, but Randy, I don't know. Maybe once Randy found out that he stole his checks twice, Randy's like, damn, I'm not supporting this guy anymore. Why am I supporting this guy? Because apparently people were saying that Randy still works at an old law firm with all the people that he screwed over. So that must be really awkward for Randy. But yeah, I don't know. Hi, Momo. Oh, I think he's accepted it. He's like, I've accepted this. Okay. All right. I think acceptance phase is right here. He didn't cry because he knew, man. He knew. He's shaking his head right now. He knew how screwed he was when he had to testify. He knew he was screwed when he had to go up there and testify, okay? That's why he testified. Dang, that's crazy. Apparently, Alex said it's okay to Buster if he's cuffed. I mean, Buster's like 26 years old. He's still young. He's got his whole life ahead of him. Will he have the family legacy, the riches, and all of that? Probably not, but it's okay. Hello, Miss Anthrope. Thank you for the Twitch follow. Look at Jim's face. Oh, I need to make sure I show Jim's face.
Thank you. Madam Forlady, if you'll stand for me. Have you reached a verdict?
Yes, sir, we have.
Is it unanimous?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, if you will pass it up to the clerk who will pass it to me. And you may be seated.
Damn, 2 to 3 hours. Harpoolian's like, oh man, Poot looks so vexed. Yeah, Buster's in the back. Wait, I want to take a quick pause. I see Buster in the back. I don't see, unless it's blocked, but I don't see John Marvin, the younger brother. I don't see Randy Murdoch, the oldest brother. Is that this? Oh no, the sister's there. The sister's still there, right there. Sister's still back there. Yeah, you see her? She's the one who's like behind the lady with the blue shirt. I see Ann Jeanette. Is that Ann Jeanette? I can't tell if that's Ann Jeanette or not. It's a little bit blurry back there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see where the other dudes are. Yikes. Maybe they had to go do something, you know? Maybe they were taking care of something busy. Yo, Alec knows. Man, Poot looks so nervous. Look at Creighton. He over there fiddling with his beard.
The defendant will rise. Madam Clerk, you may publish the verdict starting with the back, not with the, let's see, I'll tell you again.
There's Jim.
Starting with the back, flipping them over one by one.
Man, Alec. You done fudged up, man. You done fudged up.
Docket number 2022 GS 15.
Wait, is she a member of the jury? Is that the Madam Foreman? Or does she work at the courthouse?
00592, the State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, in the Court of General Sessions in the term of 2022, July, the State versus Richard Alexander Murdoch, defendant.
The clerk.
Indictment for murder, SC Code
I was about to say, if she's showing up for jury duty, she looks good.
16-3-0010, CDR Code 0116. Okay. Guilty verdict. Signed by the forelady, 3/2/23. Docket number 2022-GS-15-00593, the State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, in the Court of General Sessions, the July term of 2022. The State versus Richard Alexander Murdoch, defendant. Indictment for murder, SC Code 16-3-0010, CDR Code 0116. Verdict, guilty. Signed by the forelady. Date 3/2/23.
I don't know, man. Like if I was him in his position and I was innocent as hell, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know, to me, it looks like he's accepted it. He's accepted the consequences for his actions.
Docket number 2022-GS15-00595, the State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, Court of General Sessions, July term 2022. The State versus Richard Alexander Murdoch, defendant. Indictment for possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. SC Code -16-23-0490. CDR Code 0549. Verdict, guilty. Signed by the foreperson of the jury.
Oh, he doesn't cry at all? I'd be shocked. You think he's stunned? I'm not a body language expert, but I don't know. Kind of looks like acceptance to me. Like he's like, yeah. Yep. This sucks. Now what?
Date 3/2/23. Docket number 2022 GS-15-00594. The State of South Carolina, County of Colleton, Court of General Sessions, July term 2022. The State versus Richard Alexander Murdaugh, defendant. Indictment for possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. SC Code
Yeah, Buster looks bad.
16-23-0490. CDR Code 0549. Verdict, guilty. Signed by the foreperson of the jury, 3-2-23.
Thank you. Madam Forelady and members of the jury, if that is the verdict of each and every juror, please let it be known by raising your right hands. All right, thank you. Any individual polling requested? We do, Your Honor. Madam Clerk, you'll need to individually poll the jury according to their juror numbers.
Number 193. Was this your verdict?
Yes, sir.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 254.
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 326. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 530. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 544.
Yes.
Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 572. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 578. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 589. Was this your verdict? Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 630. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 729. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Juror 826.
Doesn't have a daughter.
Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it
Two
still your
sons.
verdict?
Yes.
Juror 864. Was this your verdict?
Yes.
Is it still your verdict?
Yes.
Your Honor, the jury has been polled.
Thank you. The jury has been polled, and the verdict is a unanimous verdict. If you will bring the alternate juror out and have her have a seat in the audience, please.
Oh yeah, she's been waiting around. I forgot about the alternate. The judge was trying to dismiss her, but then the lawyers were like, no, keep her around just in case something happens, you know? Just keep her around. Yeah, he lost his entire immediate family.
You can stand there or you can sit back there, whatever you prefer. Okay.
Damn, Alec, you did
Are
all
there
of
any
this.
post-trial motions?
None from the state, Your Honor.
We would just renew our previously argued motions for a directed verdict, and at this, on the grounds, on those grounds, we would make a motion for a mistrial and to set aside the verdict.
What? But the way that Jim's saying it, like, he sounds really defeated. Is Jim just a talking, like the talking piece? Like Harpoolian, why is Jim doing all the work? Harpoolian's like, I would not say such things. It will not come out of my mouth. Jim, you do all the dirty work. You go do all the dirty work. Jim sounds so defeated. Oh, Jim's like, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll ask for a mistrial. Oh, could we have a directed verdict, please? Oh my God. Jim.
By the state, response.
Your Honor, based on our previous arguments, we would submit that the case properly went to the jury and the verdict is proper, and would rely on those arguments.
We've been here now 28 days, first few days of jury selection, and the remainder receiving testimony, an overwhelming amount of testimony and evidence that was presented to the jury for the jury's consideration. As I indicated to the jury during the jury charge, or the charge on the law, that this was a matter solely for the jury to determine. The court found at the end of the state's case that there's sufficient evidence to find the defendant guilty if the evidence was believed by the jury. Likewise, at the end of the defense's case, when the motion was renewed, the court found that the evidence was sufficient for the jury to find the defendant guilty. The jury has now considered the evidence for a significant period of time, and the evidence of guilt is overwhelming, and I deny the motion.
Go Judge Newman.
Mr. Murdaugh, you now having been found guilty of 2 counts of murder involving your wife and your son, 2 counts of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime, the burden now comes upon the court to impose a sentence. Given the lateness of the hour and the victim's rights that must be taken into consideration and complied with under the Victim's Bill of Rights, and consider what I would anticipate to be a number of people who might have something to say regarding sentencing, we will defer sentencing to a later date.
Okay.
Of course, the minimum sentence for murder is 30 years. The maximum sentence is life imprisonment. As to each count, and on the weapons charge, the sentence is up to 5 years, or 5 years, which has to be concurrent if a life sentence is imposed. When would you all like to reconvene for sentencing? I would like to give everyone an adequate opportunity to prepare for it.
State will be ready at 9:30 in the morning, Your Honor.
Oh, man.
We could do it at 9:30 tomorrow morning also.
All right. The defendant is remanded to the custody of the Colleton County Sheriff's Department. And he may be taken away.
Damn. This is pretty sad though. That's crazy.
Madam Forelady and members of the jury, I want to thank you on behalf of the citizens of the state of South Carolina and your fellow citizens of Colleton County. You did not volunteer for this service. You were called upon by being summoned to appear, and Providence have brought you to this moment in time and these weeks in time. I know that all of you have been here at great sacrifice, particularly the juror whose job was on the line until a miracle happened, I guess, that allowed him to be able to leave rather than to stay at rather than leave after 2 or 3 weeks. But I want to thank each one of you all individually and collectively. It's not often that you're called upon to sit in judgment of the actions of your fellow man, but you all responded and gave due consideration to the evidence. I will make no comment now as to the extent or the overwhelming nature of the evidence, but certainly the verdict that you've reached is supported by the evidence, circumstantial evidence, direct evidence, all of the evidence pointed to only one conclusion. That's the conclusion that you all reached. So I applaud you all for, as a group and as a unit and individually, evaluating the evidence and coming to a proper conclusion as you saw the law, as you saw the facts. Now that you've served for the next year, you're not eligible to serve again. Now, of course, many people never get called upon, but you're not eligible for the next year, and for 2 additional years, you can be exempted from service, because no person is required to serve on jury duty in this court more often than once every 3 years. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, we will reconvene for sentencing. You all have no role in that, because that's solely up to the judge, to me. You're welcome to come back if you want to and be a part of the audience, if you like. I also want to thank the alternate juror who was locked away in a room by herself for these hours, who's hung in there during that period of time. I want to thank you as well. Madam Clerk, what do you have to tell your jurors?
Thank you for your service and what the judge said as well. And I think we can release them tonight and bring them back in the morning.
No, they're off jury duty. They can come back if they like.
She said, release him tonight. Release who? Who we release him?
And you don't have to if you don't want to. Typically, I've seen jurors wanting to see the end result of a case once they've invested a lot into it. It's really an amazing thing with juries. Quite often, at the start of the case, jurors are really like, whoa, why am I here? I wish I wasn't selected. But as time passes and the jurors become invested and really committed to the case and committed to seeing it through, and are very disappointed when they are not able to see it to a conclusion. And then along the way of serving, you end up finding out quite a bit about our judicial system and learning quite a bit, about human nature for sure, but also about the presentation of evidence and hearing from expert witnesses, and really learning a lot of things that you'll be able to take with you when you leave jury duty. And to Madam Forelady, I don't know if you were hesitant initially or not, but you have stepped up to the plate and done a great job of leading
it's so
the
dark
jury
over there.
as well. And thank all of you. So the jury is dismissed. Now, one thing before you go, of course, we have invested a lot in maintaining the privacy of the jury, of each one of you. And
Is he going to be like, so now I'm going to show your face on camera, okay?
you are free at this point to discuss the case with anyone. Given the high-profile nature of the case, I'm certain that the many people in the media will probably want to communicate with you, but they have no means of contacting you, because under order that I issued, the identity of the jurors must be kept private. And if you decide that you want to speak with anyone, local, state, nationally, or internationally, that's your prerogative. However, should anyone harass you, please let me know and I will address those issues. If anyone through somehow or another discover your identity and harass you. And rest assured, I will intercede on your behalf. That having been said, you are free to communicate with whomever you might want to concerning the case from now on. And so with that, thank you, and you all are free to go.
Oh, is Alec coming?
Yes.
If I could have you go to the jury room, and I'm going to meet you back there for just a few minutes.
Maybe the jurors didn't know that there were cameras facing this way, or they thought the cameras were off or something. I don't know. I have to see how it happens. So apparently they got the verdict, like, was it an hour or two ago? We're just watching it now because I was busy.
As is my practice, I'll speak with the foreperson before you leave the building after talking to them back there.
Harpoolian's not even getting up. He's like, I'm done. Defeated. Damn, they look so defeated. Were we able to see the state's reaction to the verdict? I felt like the entire courtroom was just very like, I don't know, just a very solemn vibe. Oh yeah, I want to know which juror member bought all the eggs. I gotta be friends with them. Give me some of the eggs. It's okay, Mr. Barber. Jim, you guys did your best.
Recess till 9:30
Y'all's
tomorrow
client
morning.
were a hot mess. You did the best that you could. And you too, Harpootlian. You tried. What's next? Appeal? All right, got some hugs in here. Yeah, I see Buster back there still, but I don't see his siblings. Oh yeah, I think that is Chanley Painter. I think her hair grew out a little bit. Good job, Creighton. Good job, all the dudes on there. Forgot y'all's names. There's Buster heading out. Chanley Painter. And is it pink? Oh, there's Jim. Oh, look at that. Look at they're all shaking hands and stuff. Good sportsmanship. Shaking hands. Little huggies here and there. Harpootlian smiling a little bit. I think maybe he's glad that it's over. Look at Jim Harpootlian. Or not Jim. Dick Harpootlian. Yeah, they're probably like, man, that was a wild trial, man. That was crazy. Hey, man, when I was like disrespecting you earlier, my bad. I didn't mean to. You know how it is. You know how it be sometimes. Kind of back when his gym got on. Good job, guys. Y'all did your best. For the appeal, Alec can hire a whole new team. They weren't a lot of friends and family. I don't know. I wouldn't know if they were friends or family or not. I don't know who's who. Someone did mention that one of the family members of the victims in the boating incident was there when Alec testified, I think. But I didn't recognize them. I had no idea. Where's Cray Cray at? Where'd he go? He like dipped out of there. Went to go get some happy hour at Applebee's or something? Wait, you guys said they showed the jury leaving. Is that later? Is this Alec coming out?
I know. It's their prerogative to do whatever they want.
Where's Josh?
He's at the. Well, I know there's some activity going on there with Anjanette, and she's doing a lot of stuff. Anjanette, just real quick, between you and Chris, I'm curious. Maybe the reason there's not a plea offer, and we were talking about this before with Brian, is because this defendant recognizes Murdaugh. He's going to be spending the rest of his life in jail, and it's not about that. It's about him vindicating himself and his reputation that I didn't kill my son and I didn't kill my wife, and he's not going to take a deal because he wants to go on appeal with this 404 evidence. What do you think? What does Chris think?
You know, do you think that part of the reason he didn't take a deal for all of this, including the homicides, was because he thought,
What was the plea deal? It was like, hey, tell us you did it, and then what?
I'll go,
And when was the plea deal given to him? Was this before the trial happened?
you know,
I gotta read up
I'll
on
roll
this.
the dice. They thought it was a defensible case, and then possibly he appeals on the 404B evidence. But Linda Cunningham had said yesterday that that's done because he testified. But what is the law down here in South Carolina about that?
Oh yes, tell us about the law.
I think it's going to be what's on the record. I would never want to put my fate in the hands of the appellate courts, and I don't mean that disrespectfully to the appellate courts, but I don't think you ever want to reject a decent plea offer if you did it.
What was the
hoping
plea
that you
offer?
have good appellate issues.
Google
So
that shit.
it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out on appeal. I think his leverage to negotiate a global resolution ended about 15 minutes ago, right
Yeah,
before the jury came in.
Right.
Until they knock on the door and come in and read their
Yeah.
verdict, you can work something out.
Prosecutors in the South Carolina Attorney General Alan Wilson reportedly extended a plea offer to disbarred attorney/accused killer Alec Murdaugh just before the Thanksgiving holiday. Multiple sources familiar with the negotiations has confirmed this news outlet. The deal, 30 years, ... on all counts. The sentence, which Murdaugh has been required to serve in its entirety, would have covered the 2 graphic murders he's accused of committing, the 90 financial crimes he is staring down. I mean, honestly, how old is this dude? 30 years for him. He's probably dead. So that's probably why he decided to go for it, you know? He's like, what? I think he's like my mom's age or something. He'd be dead by then, okay?
But once that happens, there's no incentive for the state.
Yeah,
to do
Anjanette,
any
Anjanette.
negotiation.
Right, they won.
Ask
Yes.
him this. I'm taking a completely 180-degree turn from that. I think Murdaugh does not want to take a deal. I think Murdaugh wants to be found either not guilty. He knows he's spending the rest of his life in jail.
Oh, I was going to say, he knows he's not guilty. Okay, wait, where did they show the jury people coming out? Like, was it on Long Crime or was that on something else?
He wanted vindication for the murder of his wife and son. So, for him, he won't take a deal because he wants to rely on the 404 on appeal.
Bob thinks that he didn't want to take the deal because he wanted to be vindicated. You know, that there's a reputational aspect of this. We heard that testimony about how he was very concerned, possibly more than his other siblings, about the family legacy. His number one priority after the homicides, according to Marion Proctor, was clearing Paul's name, not finding
where can I watch
the
that?
killers.
News Nation.
So,
It's like on YouTube
the
or something?
appeal on the 404B evidence, though, like, it
Well,
just...
so I think the bigger question is, why would he go to trial if he could have resolved it, especially when he had so much liability on the financial crimes? And, you know,
If Alec was like 25 years old, then yeah, 30 years, not so bad. You'd be out by like your 50 something and you get to live like maybe hopefully like another 10, 20, 50, 30 years, right? But him being like, I think he's like, is he like 62 now or something like that? He's like in his 60. 30 years for him. There's no point. He might as well just fight it as much as he can, right? I was on
he
News
has
Nation on
people in his
YouTube.
family who believe in his innocence, and what the jury just found isn't going to change that or shake that. And those are his support. Those are the people he loves and cares about the most. And I don't know what the future holds, but I would anticipate that they're going to fight for him for years to come, and not accept that the jurors got it right. The rest of Colleton County may accept that the jurors got it right, but those closest to Alec are going to believe him for a while, and he'll be able to litigate about whether he had a fair trial or not.
Yeah. And Brian, thank
So there you go, Bob.
Yeah, Brian, this is exactly what I'm saying, though. See if you work with me on this and we're in studio, it's a little easier. That's exactly the point. He's going to be going into jail. He knows that. That's why he got on the stand and confessed to crimes that he knew would put
Can someone post it in the Discord? I just looked at it. I didn't see anything on there.
him in jail for the rest of his life. Why would he do it? He knows he's going down, but he doesn't want to go down as a murderer. And when you're in jail, Brian, you know, I know, having family support and people that believe you, whether right or wrong, and trying to...
Wait, Alex Murdaugh is not 53. 53? He is not 53. He's like, I think he's like around my mom's age. What's his birthday? June 17, 1958. Wait, he's older than my mom. He's 64 years old. Huh? Is this wrong? Is 64 years old? Maybe it's wrong. Alex Murdaugh. They even mentioned his birthday. Yeah, no, they mentioned his birthday in trial too. I remember thinking like he's old, like he's around my mom's age. Yeah, he a bit older. He's not 53. 53 is like he does not look 53 years old. He looks like he's like late 50s, early 60s. I feel like. It's okay, Sherry. It's fine. Wait, okay, we're getting different birth dates. 1968. This one says 1958. Birthday. Let's see. Alex Murdaugh birthday. I don't know. This one says News Unzip. I don't know if do we trust them? Alex Murdaugh. Why can't I find this? I feel like it should be so easy to find out what his birthday is. Alex Murdaugh. Let's see. How old? How old is Alec Murdaugh? Alec Murdaugh. How old is he? Alec Murdaugh. I don't know. These websites that I'm pulling up are like weird websites though. But he doesn't look like early 50s. 68? 58? Oh man. Wait, as in like he's 1968 or he's 68 years old? 1958 or he's 58 years old? We're getting different answers. La 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 la. I don't know. I'm Googling it. I can't find anything. Do I suck at Googling? How old is Alex Murdaugh? What the heck? If he's 68, then he's 55. But he's 58. He's 65. 1968. Where are you guys finding this? Do you have a reliable source? I don't recognize this. Yeah, News Unzip. I don't know if they're reliable or not. That's where I saw the 65 years old. You remember that he's younger than you. He's 2 years younger than you. He's 54? He doesn't look like he's 54. Well, you know what? It's probably because being in jail and stuff. Alex Murdaugh age. Yeah, NPR says 54. Man, I wonder if they have it wrong. I'm getting 1950. Yeah, I'm getting two different answers.
To be vindicated on appeal is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, going to jail is one thing. Going to jail.
Okay, so if okay, let's see this. Even if he was 55, though, serving 30 years, I don't know if he would even be eligible for good behavior for double homicide. I don't think so. I think he would be serving the full 30 years. So, like I said, I can see why he didn't want to take the plea deal. If the plea deal was like 15 years, possibly, maybe.
Jail for a specific thing is a completely different thing. Being a murderer in jail, the way that the guards will treat you, the way that the other inmates will treat you, and the way that your family may or may not treat you is also a big component. Family visiting individuals who are incarcerated can make that life sentence.
Oh, you know what? That's right. Because Alec Murdaugh, he was born around Memorial Day weekend or something. Yeah, never mind. The other one is wrong, Kerensky, because that one says he's born in like a different month, I think.
Feel a lot
okay,
shorter.
Anyways.
But being
30
isolated
years is a lot.
in jail when your family believes that you killed your wife and your son is a much different sentence. That's just for the average, ordinary person. The one thing that I definitely think is true about this case, and I mean, maybe not the one thing, but multiple things.
Wait, someone said, do the jury do they walk out of here, or is that just on, what'd you say, news media or news whatever, something like that?
Alec Murdaugh has a high sense of pride. And I think that the punishment of him knowing that he is guilty of these murders is a punishment far greater than any amount of years in jail. And so I think he's really going to try to push hard on trying to win that appeal. And then maybe, as you're saying, I don't take a global disposition. I fight this appeal, clear.
Oh, you know what? maybe Buster will write a book.
My name, and then I go and resolve the other cases.
Yeah, I think this is a fascinating question because the possibility of a global resolution, I think, is going to be more thwarted by Murdoch than I think it is by prosecutors. But we're only
No, if he makes if Alec writes a book, makes a movie or whatever out of it, he's not allowed to make any money from it, like no profit. I forgot there was a murderer that did that. Gosh, you guys know who I'm talking about? This was like 20, 30 years ago? Very famous. Was it a serial killer or something like that? Went to jail and then wrote like a book about it and like made a lot of money or something. And I think they like passed a law. No, I don't think it was OJ. I feel like this guy was like before OJ. Was it OJ? No, it wasn't. No. It was a guy that was convicted. OJ was not convicted. There was a guy who was convicted and he was in prison. He wrote a book, made a lot of money. And then the victims were like, what the fuck? How is this guy allowed to make money off of this? And then they like passed a law or something, making it so that like if you're convicted of like murder or whatever, you can't go to jail and then like write a book. And oh God, am I just making this up? I promise you I'm not making this up.
Speculating. All right, Anjanette, Chris, thank you very much. I know you guys got a lot going on down there. We'll sign you guys off and maybe we'll see you later. Great job, guys.
Yeah, we think there's a press conference about to start, so we really need to kind of run over and check that out, Bob. Sorry, there's a lot going on down here in Walterboro tonight, so sorry if we've been wiggling around a little bit.
No worries, Anjanette. Be well. We'll see you soon. Okay, right. So,
This is what I'm looking at. Son of Sam Law. I think this is it. Okay, yeah, this sounds right. 70s. Serial killer. Oh, okay, this might be what I'm talking about. Let me read it real quick. I might be wrong. The term Son of Sam is derived from the first law of this type, targeted at serial killer David Berkowitz, who used the name Son of Sam. Oh. During this notorious murder spree in the mid-1970s New York, after his arrest, Berkowitz's intense presence in the media led to widespread speculation that he might sell his story to a writer or filmmaker. Although Berkowitz denied wanting any kind of deal, New York state legislators swiftly passed preemptive legal statutes anyways, the first legal restriction of its kind in the U.S. The original New York law was invoked in New York 11 times between 1977 and 1990, including once against Mark David Chapman, the murderer of musician John Lennon. Critics argued the law infringed on freedom of speech, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if it's like still a law that's, I don't know if it's a law that's still upheld today, but yeah, the Son of Sam law. It's still a thing. The Son of Sam law is an American English term for any law designed to keep criminals from profiting from the publicity of their crimes, for instance, by selling their stories to publishers. Such laws often authorize the state to seize money earned from deals such as book, movie, biographies, and paid interviews, and use it to compensate the criminal's victims. Okay. Yeah, okay, the Son of Sam law. That was the one I was thinking about. Okay. All right. I felt like I knew I wasn't making it up. I knew I wasn't making it up. You know, sometimes we're like, not sure if it's real or not. Like, you know, sometimes you just have like, I don't know, like, you know, you're close, but you're not quite exactly there. See, I was like close. I was almost there. Glorious Kids already got that money. Yeah, apparently they did. Good for them. They got like a couple million, right? And apparently there was a settlement with Mallory Beach's family as well. I don't know how much money they got, though.
Brian, we're looking right now apparently at an area that Murdoch may come out, but you made a point. I was thinking about this before, and you articulated it so well, and I think it's really important. Murdoch's an attorney, or was an attorney.
The hell's this camera?
There is different kinds of time you do in jail, and I'd like you just to tell the audience a little bit more about the difference of maybe a financial fraud guy is one thing, but killing your wife and kid, that in the code of conduct, if you will, in a prison can make your life almost seg.
Wait, who does the press conference? I have no idea who that is. Oh, is that Alec Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to.
Eligible.
I'm looking at the thumbnail.
Eligible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a number of things. So he volunteered as a prosecutor. My first thought is, are any of the people that he prosecuted going to be in that jail with him, right? Maybe not. The other thing is, as much as those people who are not in jail, who have never spent time in jail, may think, well, one criminal is just as equally bad as the other criminal. No, there's a hierarchy, there's a standard in there. You killing your wife, that's bad. But clear across the board, you killing your son and doing it in this manner, jail, they have TV, they have news, they know who's about to walk in. Probably.
I want to go to the news conference.
Because he's somebody talking
Ability between them where he's going to
would be thinking that conversation. We're victims in our. That's not.
Oh, they're just setting up right now.
Right at it and go,
Oh, okay. I was like looking at the thumbnail. I was like, who are all these people? I thought they were all talking. Okay, who's going to be at the news conference? Is it going to be Creighton? All right, they're fixing up the microphones right now. I'm assuming it's going to be the state, right? Creighton and everyone. All right. Oh, shit. There he is. All right, y'all. Don't forget, because of Jim, now we all got an image of Alec Murdaugh butt naked on ATV, all wet as he drives back to Moselle property house. Fucking Jim.
To Murdaugh, and their job is to make sure that he's safe, and it's interesting.
I see that one of the officers has got his pink handcuffs in the back of his pants. Very stylish.
Pink handcuffs.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, pink is in now.
Pink is in. It's the new handcuff look.
Pink is the new black.
All right, here he is.
Jeez.
And there he goes. Okay, Brian, so...
It's wild, right? He was, even though they took forever to arrest him, they arrested him like maybe a year plus after the murders happened. But he got a trial pretty quickly. I think after he was arrested, didn't he like go to trial like 6 months afterwards? It was pretty quick.
Not good, that guy.
Yeah, like I was saying, the defense, we know the defense what they're aiming for. They're aiming for 30 years, the lowest sentence, to run concurrently. So both murders running at the same time. The prosecution is probably going to be looking to get 2 life sentences.
Jesus. Okay. News conference. All right. Bye, Alec. Good luck. Good luck in jail. Well, actually, no, we're going to see you tomorrow. Just kidding. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, here we go. Hello.
Had 404 evidence not been allowed in, or would there have been a longer...
Hey, Creighton.
Okay, guys, we have the press conference, so we'll get to that question afterwards. Let's go to it.
God bless you. God bless you. Y'all might have to come around to the side.
Wait. Where's Southern Gentleman at? Get Southern Gentleman up in here. He did a good job in closing argument. Get him up in here. The theatrics guy. My man over there, he's trying to get in on an episode of Law and Order.
Y'all be patient. There's a lot of us coming out.
You zooming
Are
out
we
a
on the
little
mic check? Thumbs up. Thank you. We got our team out here. Wow. What a great day for the people of South Carolina. I want to thank every one of you for being here tonight. There's a lot of emotion here tonight at this courthouse. A lot of a year and a half, nearly 2 years of blood, sweat, and tears, it feels like. A lot of hard work from so many people. So if you will just bear with me, there's there's a lot of people I have to thank. But first, those of you who don't know, I'm Alan Wilson. I'm South Carolina's Attorney General, and I got the best staff of any Attorney General in the United States of America. I want to start by thanking our prosecution team. I want to tell you, I've been here for nearly 6 weeks with this team, living in a hotel, and it felt almost like being in a dorm environment in college. Late nights, cramming, studying, little sleep, away from our families, getting up early, getting here to the courthouse, working long hours, getting on each other's nerves at times. But it was all worth it. It was all worth it because we got to bring justice and be a voice for Maggie and Paul Murdaugh and bring justice for the people of South Carolina. I'd like to start real briefly by thanking our team. First, excuse me, I need to put my glasses on. Our chief prosecutor, I tell you, I appointed Creighton Waters to be the chief prosecutor of this case nearly a year and a half ago. And I want to say I'm pretty brilliant because I picked the right guy. And I want to say thank you to Creighton Waters. Creighton, you did a fantastic job. I don't think there's another attorney in the state of South Carolina that could have led this Herculean effort. But Creighton will be the first to tell you he didn't do it alone because he had a team of people. I want to first thank Don Zelenka, who is actually Creighton's boss. He is the Deputy Attorney General, been in the Attorney General's office for over 40 years, sitting here to my immediate left. Don Zelenka, thank you so much. John Metters, many of you got to see him do the closing argument today.
Mr.
John,
Meadows!
thank you. You've been a phenomenal add to our team. I'm going to go quickly through the names, but
John Meadows need to be like in a fucking next like true crime like courtroom movie or TV show or something.
as I read the names, please raise your hand. You know Creighton, you saw Don, and you see John. David Fernandez, John Conrad, Johnny James, Savannah Gowd,
Savannah,
Ozzy Toledo, Shane Aceto, Carly Jewell, Carson Burney, Danielle Colon, and our victims advocate Trisha Allen. I also want to say thank you to the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. Mark Keel assigned some amazing men and women. And when I say it was an agency-wide effort on behalf of SLED, I can't underscore that part enough. Every time I called Chief Keel, every time I reached out to the lead agents, every time Creighton was asking me, hey, General, we need something from SLED, we would reach out to SLED, and they were there. They busted their butts. I can't begin to list every agent, and some can't be listed for obvious reasons. Some are standing up here tonight. I told them I wasn't going to mention
Can we also thank Dr. Reamer, Mr. Kinsey as well? I love Mr. Kinsey.
their names, but we would not be here if it wasn't for SLED. And I want to thank Mark Keel and his team and all of the men and women across the entire state law enforcement division for what they did to make tonight a possibility. Amen. I also want to thank the FBI and the Secret Service, our federal partners. We had to utilize many of their assets and resources. We couldn't do all the things that we did without our federal partners. We had a lot of local partners. We had the Colleton County Sheriff's Department, Buddy Hill, Sheriff Hill and his team, providing the security. They did a phenomenal job, and they were there. They were the first responders the night on June 7, 2021, when Maggie and Paul were butchered brutally. They were the first responders, and they were the first ones to be there. The Charleston County Sheriff's Office, the Orangeburg County Sheriff's Office were instrumental in supporting our investigative efforts. You all know Kenny Kinsey, our chief crime scene expert, was with the Orangeburg Sheriff's Office. I also want to thank the city of Walterboro. I think the mayor is here somewhere, and the police department. They provided security. Thank you. This whole community has embraced our entire team, and I cannot thank you enough. We've all been away from our families, 2 hours away from our families for the past 2 months, and it's this community that made us. We would walk into restaurants and people would come up and thank us. You know, you don't have any idea how good that makes people feel when they're under an incredible amount of stress, an incredible amount of scrutiny, and this community really embraced us. I want to thank the Colleton County Clerk of Court, Becky Hill, and her entire team and their staff. I don't know. I call her Becky Booth. That's her nickname. But Madam Clerk, wherever you are tonight.
What's she doing up there? Like a balcony up there or something?
That's my pet name for her. But I want to thank you, Madam Clerk, for you, the entire team, the bailiffs, the court security, the staff here. There was no role that was too small that they weren't willing to do for us. The security team here, it was a Herculean effort by everybody, and I can't thank enough people. I don't know if I mentioned the bailiffs, but I want to thank them. And there's another group of people who you don't know who they are, but that's the jurors. And not just the jurors, but the alternates, the ones who didn't even get to serve to the very end, but people who were taken away from their families. I want to thank the families of our jurors who sat here every single day for what seemed like long amounts of tedious, monotonous information and evidence. Sometimes people didn't know what it meant. They didn't understand it, and they had to sit there and process it and hear it over and over and over again. And I want to thank these nameless jurors whose identities have been protected. They may make their identities available to all of you at some point, but they sat there and they delivered justice tonight, and I want to thank them for their role in this process. Amen. You know, Winston Churchill said, democracy is the worst form of government except for every other kind. I kind of want to adopt that and say we may have the worst criminal justice system in the world, but it's better than every other kind that there is. And our criminal justice system worked tonight. It gave a voice to Maggie and Paul Murdaugh, who were brutally mowed down and murdered on the night of June 7th, 2021 by someone that they loved and someone that they trusted. And they couldn't be here to testify for themselves tonight. Their testimony came through the evidence and the information that was gathered by the men and women of the agencies I've just mentioned. It came from the testimony of the agents and the investigators and the attorneys and the folks in our staff who were able to get it to the court record. And so I want to say tonight, their voice was heard tonight and justice was brought for them. We can't bring them back, but we can bring them justice. Amen. Amen. I started off my remarks by saying that it is a good day in South Carolina.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Today's verdict proves
Hallelujah.
that no one, no matter who you are in society, is above the law.
Hey, nope.
A lot of people doubted that this process would work, and hopefully, for those who did doubt the process, hopefully we have instilled and put a little bit of faith back into you and your lives as you view this process as it unfolds. I'm proud of this team. I am proud of the men and women standing behind me tonight, and there's been a lot of emotion. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I saw firsthand for the last 5 or 6 weeks the countless nights where you were up beyond midnight and you were getting up before dawn, not eating. I was watching Nancy Grace the other night and I heard her call Creighton pale and gaunt because Creighton wasn't eating and sleeping. He really wasn't, folks. I'm serious. You know, we would have to bring in kind bars and things to eat during breaks. But Creighton, Herculean effort, my friend. And I am truly honored to have you on our team. Thank you for being a great leader and a great chief prosecutor. And I would like to invite you to come up here and make some remarks for the folks here tonight.
Go Creighton. Go Creighton.
I want to start by thanking this guy who's given me and all these folks behind us opportunities to do justice, which is what we want to do with our careers. It is very tough and demanding, but it's rewarding for moments like these. The general stole a lot of my lines, but I also want to thank the jurors for their long and arduous service. And we had no doubt that if we had a chance to present our case in a court of law, that they would see through the one last con that Alec Murdaugh was trying to pull. And they did, and we're so grateful for that. I get to lead the state grand jury section in the Attorney General's office. This particular case is not a state grand jury case. There are other indictments that are state grand jury. But the one thing about that is that I have an amazing team. And I want to be clear, this was a team effort. Y'all saw all of these folks behind me doing amazing work. And I can't be prouder of a team in my life. We called this our Super Bowl. And not because of the media attention, but just because of the effort that we knew that we would have to put into this. And we didn't really get to watch much of the Super Bowl that went on because when we arrived, I think it was winter and it feels like spring now. But every single member of this team, every single member of the state grand jury staff, what we do well is work together as a team in complex investigations. And who we work with is my partners at SLED. And I can't thank them enough as well because we're used to working on these complex cases and working together. And I'm not leaving out Sheriff Hill and the Colleton County Sheriff's Office and our federal partners in Orangeburg and Charleston Sheriff's Office and all the other agencies that have worked on this case. I also want to thank Ms. Becky, if she's still up there, because she's been amazing. The clerk staff has been amazing. The court staff has been amazing. The bailiffs have been amazing. And again, I also want to thank this community who really has embraced us and has been so great to us and made us able to survive this process that has been long and arduous. And I have been sleeping. I hadn't been. And I have been eating more than Kind bars every now and then. But, and I'm sure that's a nice plug for Kind. But anyway, it really has been a great process. We will have sentencing tomorrow. Obviously, we're not going to comment on sentencing because that's still pending. But Justice was done today. It doesn't matter who your family is. It doesn't matter how much money you have or people think you have. It doesn't matter what you think, how prominent you are. If you do wrong, if you break the law, if you murder, then justice will be done in South Carolina. And I think South Carolina has shown.
Oh, yeah, no, Kind Bar. I was like, what the hell is a Kind Bar? I remember. It's like the healthy thing, right?
To the nation and the world how a process can work and work well. Thank y'all.
And also, I want to thank Creighton. I told Creighton, I said, Creighton, I'm going to come down and I'm going to be just a staff attorney. I know I'm your boss. I'm your boss's boss's boss. But I said I'm going to come down and I'm going to help. And I said I'm going to follow instruction. And I hope I was true to my word. This past weekend, I was saying, what can I do to help? I said, I'm willing to take a witness if it'll help. He said, actually, it would. So he let an old prosecutor dust off his cleats and get back in the game and to help the team out. And
I got to be the boss of the boss for a while.
Yeah, don't get used to it. No, but in all seriousness, I'm proud of the decisions that I made in putting the people behind me and to the left and right of me in charge of this case, and I was honored to be part of this team. Just another member, just another worker bee in the trenches trying to bring justice to the people of this state, and to bring justice to the people who couldn't be here tonight because they were brutally murdered by someone they trusted. Now, with that being said, I know a lot of people want to talk to us. A lot of people want to talk to some of the attorneys and the support staff and the agents, investigators here tonight. Some of you want to talk to me and others. We're going to make ourselves available to you. But like Mr. Waters just said, tomorrow there's a sentencing hearing, and we don't want to get out in front of our skis. And plus, I'm starting to feel the rain come down. But I promise you, we're going to make ourselves available to talk to members of the media, to talk to all of you out there that have questions. We'll answer any questions that we ethically can. We hope you'll continue to be patient with us as we finish this process tomorrow. Again, we're going to go back and get a good night sleep tonight. But again, thank you. I'm going to also, one last group that we didn't thank, the media.
Y'all didn't thank the judge. Did I hear Judge Newman in that?
You all, I know a lot of people in this polarizing world we live in, a lot of people take shots at the media, but the media was incredibly respectful. You were so good, not just to us, but listen, to the families of the victims, okay? I know this is an awkward situation, but, you protected...
I was like, why is this guy talking so much? I only remember him, talking to, one witness on the stand. Get Creighton up in here. This guy's taking up all the credit. Get the boss out of here.
And, you protected the process, and I want to thank you for your part in this and telling the stories, educating the public on what's going on out there. So now I'm going to stop speaking as an attorney general, and I'm going to close as a father and as a husband to say that when you go home tonight...
You can thank the judge. Judge Newman, thank you so much for putting up on everyone's bullshit. I know we were a headache to you, and we were like damn kids.
Hug your loved ones. Hug your spouse. Hug your children. Because this case reminds us of anything that you can't take for granted that people in your family are always going to be there.
Hug your dogs.
And right now, when I get home tomorrow, I'm going to hug mine, and I hope you hug yours. But thank you again. Thank you for your prayers.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your prayers. You came and prayed for me. I see a lot of people come up and say we're praying for you. We appreciate your prayers. Thank you all so much. And this is going to conclude this press conference. We look forward to talking to all of you tomorrow. Thank you.
Good job, guys.
I'm going to let you go right here. I just want to thank you and your staff.
Y'all
did a good job. God bless you. Thank y'all very much. Thank y'all. And thank the media.
All right, Brian Buckmeyer, there you are. Proud prosecutors brought me back to the day, Brian, when you have those press conferences. I was saying to you when it started.
Who's this? Hold on.
Probably hundreds of people, literally.
Oh, it's just people in the crowd?
And I've talked to probably hundreds of people, literally hundreds of people. Almost all of them thought he was guilty. There are those who...
The audio's so low.
Like media people and attorneys.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what, guys? That's it. I was a little bit late to the game for the, I missed the live verdict, but it's okay. Dude, I was on the road. We were stuck in traffic, and I didn't even see the messages anyways until I got home. But Alec Murdaugh, Guilty. Tomorrow they're going to do their sentencing, and they're doing it 9:30 their time, which is 6:30 a.m. my time. But for those of us who ain't going to wake up that early, come join my stream. I'll be up like maybe like 2 to 3 hours after that, and then we'll watch some of the sentencing. And yeah, we'll check it out. LA Traffic's Award. Yeah, dude, like we went to this place. It was like I think it normally takes 30 minutes to get there, but it took us 37 minutes to get there. Not that bad. But on the way back, it was like 57 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? So we stopped by this Cambodian restaurant in like Compton and just like ate some food there. And it was really good. So not a bad day. And then I came back here, you know, play a little Overwatch. And then I looked at my messages. I was like, oh shit, they already did the fucking verdict. Oh my God, I can't believe they decided in like 2 to 3 hours. But yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow. So for those of you guys who are not up early, or if you want to rewatch it again and come hang out with the chat, stop being a gardener. Oh God, man, it's stressing me out right now. But I think I know what mulch we're getting and what rock we're getting. But there's this place that was giving away free rocks, and if through the city you can get free mulch from there. But we don't have a truck to transport it, so we might just go with this company and just have them deliver it to us, and then we just buy it from there. But yeah. Oh, I have a really sad story. So you guys know how like we've been having Mr. Chicken. He's been coming into my yard, and I've been friends with him and stuff like that. Well, I didn't know that Dennis let in Mr. Chicken into the yard because I went out after stream ended. I went out with Shiro, and we're out there for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, while we're like out there for 5 minutes, Shiro sees something and he books it. I'm like, what is he getting? I was like, oh no. So he's like chasing the chicken all over the yard, and I'm chasing after Shiro, trying to get him to stop, but he's not listening to me because he's trying to get the chicken. And they're just like running like everywhere. And I'm trying to like stop him. The chicken's like freaking out, and he's trying to fly out. And like, I didn't know chickens can fly. Like, the dude was like, I think he went up like 12 feet in the air or something because he was trying to get away. And so I was trying to get Shiro, and then finally when Shiro was like, oh shit, I'm about to get in trouble if I don't stop, the chicken like got the fuck out. So I don't think the chicken's ever gonna come back to my yard. I'm so sad because I was trying to be friends with that chicken. I don't know whose chicken it is, like a neighborhood like chicken or something. But yeah, that happened. So I don't know if we're gonna have any more chicken stories. I got some bread, and I left him some bread in case he wants to like eat it outside. But yeah, I'm so sad. The chicken is gone. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll stream tomorrow. We'll watch the sentencing. We'll be a little bit later. And yeah, I did have some stuff that there's some other stuff that I'm actually behind on. Apparently they have the arrest warrant for Bryan Kohberger, not the one at his place, but this is like the arrest warrant, or so not the arrest warrant. It was the search warrant. Sorry. Search warrant from his parents' house. So I was going to go look at that. And then I forgot, some more paper stuff came out from the Amber Heard stuff. So we might go over that maybe tomorrow. If not, maybe next week or something. But thanks for hanging out. If you guys missed the stream, don't worry about it. We'll be on YouTube. All right, guys? Take care. Have a good one. And Alec Murdaugh is guilty. Guilty. You know, but it was weird, though, because, like, with the Depp Heard trial, it was really fucking satisfying. But seeing him getting handcuffed, it was really sad. And it's not that I felt sad for him. It was just the whole thing was just really fucking sad. Yeah, I don't know. It was tough. It was a tough one. It didn't really feel satisfying, you know? It was just like, damn, this is some pretty sad shit. I can't believe this guy did this. But yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate the support. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for lurking. And if y'all are new here, feel free to join the Discord. We have a true crime section or anything about this trial. Anything in the future, feel free to post it in the true crime section and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, have a good one. Take care. I will see you later. Bye.